You've heard over and over, real estate creates wealth, but has anyone actually shown you how it's done? Early this year, we helped an investor sell this rental home in Bonney Lake and used her profit to buy 2 houses in Star, Idaho, without paying any capital gains tax in the process. Now, why would a Washington investor buy in Idaho? Lower home prices, strong rental demand, landlord-friendly laws, and huge potential for appreciation in booming small towns like Star. Here's how the numbers shake out. They bought this Bonney Lake rental 24 years ago for $191,000. We just sold it for them for $525,000. Susie and I are here in Star, Idaho, one of the fastest growing towns just west of Boise. Believe it or not, they used to race horses down the middle of the main street here every Sunday in the 1930s. Now that wouldn't work so great today, but just down the road, there's a huge rodeo grounds, and barrel racing is still a very big deal. It's called the High Desert Station. We're actually here for a real estate transaction. We're assisting one of our investor clients back home in Bonney Lake who just sold a rental property there. They're going to reinvest the proceeds of that sale, split it into 2 purchases right here in Star. They're doing that to avoid paying a huge capital gains tax by virtue of a 1031 exchange. Why would somebody from Washington buy in Idaho? We're going to tell you about that today. So here's the strategy our client used to turn 1 home sale into 2 investments and skip the capital gains tax. Normally, that kind of profit would come with a $78,000 capital gains tax, but thanks to IRS Section 1031, they can defer that tax completely, as long as they reinvest the funds into more investment property. Now they had 2 options. 1, pay cash for 1 Idaho home and keep some money in reserve and get great cash flow. Or 2, put 50% down on 2 houses and finance the rest. They went with option 2, 2 homes, 2 loans. Sounds risky, right? Why not just buy 1 outright? Why choose brand new construction over a cheaper resale home, especially with high interest rates? Older homes often need renovations, costly in both time and money. While you're fixing things up, you're not collecting rent. With new construction, tenants can move in immediately. Fewer maintenance issues, builder warranties for at least a year, and easier leasing at top of the market rent. I mean, after all, as a tenant, who wouldn't want to be the first to live in a brand new home? Few more perks, lower property taxes, at least for now. New construction taxes are based on the lot value for the first year or 2, keeping costs low. Better builder and lender incentives. In Washington, you rarely see builder incentives. Here we negotiated a $32,000 builder credit, usable for upgrades or closing costs, and a $9,400 lender credit to buy down their interest rate from 7.5% to 6.8%. That alone lowers their monthly payment by $274. Now let's really break down the numbers for one of these 2 new homes. As you can see, even with financing, our client will have positive cash flow from day 1, and they didn't have to spend a dime out of pocket because all the down payment came from their Bonney Lake sale. Now, if you could do this once, using just half of the Bonney Lake proceeds and come out ahead with positive cash flow every month, why wouldn't you do it twice? And that's exactly why we're in Star, locking in 2 purchases. Now, you might be thinking that buying 1 house with no loan expenses would generate better cash flow than 2 with mortgages. Technically, that's true in the short term, but let's look at the bigger picture. Buying 1 house means controlling a $480,000 asset, appreciating at 5% per year. That's $24,000 in value growth annually. If you have 2 houses, that means you control $960,000 in assets, doubling that growth to $48,000 per year. Both options use the same Bonney Lake sale proceeds, but which investment will put them further ahead in 5 years? 1 house would be valued at $612,615. 2 houses combined would total up to $1,225,230. I know you've all heard the phrase, build wealth through real estate. This is how it's done.
Thinking about moving from Seattle to southern Idaho? Star's a choice. Give us a call. As you can see, we've got the latest scoop. Don and Susie Karstedt, Rethinking Real Estate.
This isn't theory, we're doing it. If you're ready, we'll show you how. Just give us a call at Rethinking Real Estate, Don or Susie, at 253-987-6789.